It's been a minute since I tested a glorious gaming mouse, and this year's Model D2 wireless ergonomic gaming mouse is an interesting entrant into the vast gaming mice market. Ergonomic gaming mice have recently garnered my top shelf, and I've been using Asus's new entrant, the ROG Keris II, as my daily driver. Hey gamers, Minus10 here, and over the next week, I'll be gaming and working on the glorious Model D2 wireless gaming mouse and seeing if it has the stuff to become my main gaming mouse. So let's go over the features. As for the body, the glorious Model D2 is an ultralight ergonomic gaming mouse with built-in RGB. Very cool. I've become a huge fan of ergonomic gaming mice, and I'm looking forward to giving the D2 a thorough workout. For connectivity, the Model D2 has three modes: wired, 2.4 gigahertz, and Bluetooth. On the latter, I'm not sure why gaming companies still include Bluetooth, as 2.4 gigahertz is a superior wireless connection. The switches are the glorious switches, that's what they're called, and they are rated to endure up to 80 million clicks. Awesome. The sensor is a BAMF 2.0 sensor with settings up to 26K DPI, which is total overkill. The D2's feet are four smallish PTFE pads in the four corners of the mouse. Now, I prefer the small footprint over the larger PTFE patches that we've seen on some other mice that have launched recently. Unlike the Pro version, the Model D2 caps out at 1000 Hz polling, which in the whole scheme of things probably won't amount to much in-game, but it sure will help with the battery's longevity. Battery life is a wild card, but Glorious states that the mouse will get 110 hours of performance on the 2.4 gigahertz dongle with RGB off. No worries. During my week with the D2, I'm going to run it on the 2.4 gigahertz dongle with its RGB maxed out in all its glory. Lastly, the Model D2 has a stated weight of 66 grams, but we'll give this a check in a bit. Relative to the Asus ROG Keris II, the Model D2 is a bit of a chunkster. All right, let's grab the unboxing knife. Okay, it looks like it just slides out here. So let's go ahead and do that. Pretty simple. Got the marketing material. Let's see if there's anything interesting in here. And it's the usual fare, just the barcodes. Oh, very nice. Looks like they have some feet extensions. I'm not sure how those will work. Doesn't look like they have any grip, but that's a nice touch. I've got that. So put that over to the side. Oh, right up top here is the mouse. Pull that out, give you a quick look. Very light. It definitely has a light feeling. Underneath, we've got the feet. They have some stickers that need to be removed. Oh, ooh, that's nice. See if we can get that. That does sound pretty good. So it's 4 PTFE in the corner right here. Nice. It does feel light, although noticeably heavier than some of the other gaming mouse. We've got a braided mouse cable, USB Type A to USB Type C. Unfortunately, you can see the little prongs there that are meant to grip into the mouse, but that's going to make it a bit proprietary. That's too bad. And then, of course, we've got the 2.4 gigahertz dongle. Now, I don't know if this is an extender or if this is required for 1000 hertz, so we'll have to give that a shot. And then there's a grip pad underneath. So, okay, let's go ahead and compare the glorious D2 to my daily driver, the Asus ROG Keris II. Size-wise, you can tell that the D2 is definitely a larger mouse. It's definitely heavier too. But they both have similar PTFE feet placement with the corners. So that's nice to see. This is a nice aesthetic with the color. That's really nice. Buttons, interesting. There's there's a very small space on the D2, and you can see that RGB strip, and I'll try to get that lit up before the video's over, where the Keris has a bit more space between the forward and back button. As for the scroll wheel, the D2 is definitely bigger. It's a bit chunkier for sure. It does sit a little bit higher than on the Keris. But the clicks between each scroll of the mouse wheel are fairly fine, on par with the Keris II. So mouse click buttons, yeah, they feel about the same. Now the one thing with the D2 is it does have these channels that are in the mouse button. See if I can get that in there. Yeah, you can see the curvature there. So as for the clickiness, I mean, they feel the same. I can't really tell the difference between mouse switches. I know some gamers can, I can't. And then there's a top button. I'm assuming that's a DPI switch changer because there's nothing on the, oh, nope. It does have a recess DPI changer underneath the mouse. And then you've got the wired 2.4 gigahertz and Bluetooth here at the bottom. Okay, well, let's do a quick sound test between the D2 and the Keris II. Okay, well, I got it plugged in. Let's check out this RGB and see how it looks. You can see it's really subtle. Now, I don't know if you can change it on the Glorious software, but we'll give that a shot during testing. But you can see it's really subtle. It's a nice touch. It's classy. Hopefully it won't be too big of a drain on the battery, but looks pretty good. So, over the next week, I'm going to game and work on the Glorious D2 wireless ergonomic gaming mouse and see how it compares to my new daily driver, the Asus ROG Keris II. Given the drive towards substantially higher polling rates, Glorious's 1000 Hz polling is an interesting decision, but it will certainly give the battery a much longer life between charges. As an RGB fan, I'm really looking forward to the RGB glory Glorious brings to the table. If you enjoyed this quick overview of the Glorious Model D2 wireless RGB gaming mouse, I'd really appreciate a like on the video, as well as a sub if you'd like to follow me as a content creator. All comments below are welcome too. Thanks for watching.